Welcome back to Java School. In this lecture, we're learning about printing. Now, before we dive into printing, I'm going to tell you a quick joke because I want to keep your spirits high and keep energy up and up. This is fun stuff that we're learning. So the joke is my grandma's personal favorite. I'll laugh at it every time. I think it's a great joke. Also, you got to laugh at grandma's jokes. It's a nice thing to do. What did the hot dog say when it crossed the finish line? I'm the wiener! It's a good one, huh? That was good. Hopefully that kind of boosted you up a little bit. You can imagine grandma just smirking when she tells that joke. Anyways, let's get back to the topic here. Printing. So printing is a way for you to show some information inside of this box down here. Now personally, I hate that the term for this is printing. Because when I think of printing something on a piece of paper. I guess the definition for print is so much bigger than that, but for me, I just think printing's not the right word. I think like output might be the right word or something like that, but anyways, I'm going to show you what it is anyways. So we're going to come down here. Remember before when I told you to just type S out like this, and we're going to hit enter for this autocomplete thing? It's going to get this line that says system.out.println, okay? And this is the big one here, the print line. So basically what printing does in Java is whatever you put inside of this print line here, it's going to have it show up inside of this little console box here. So print line is a way for us to check things inside of our programming. So for example, this string in this int that we made here, we can put it inside of this print line and it'll show us what's inside of there. So let's start with the name first, okay? So we have a string called name and it's equal to all this garbage stuff that we put in there. So we're just gonna take the name of the string, which is name, kind of funny there. We're gonna type name right there. And now this is going to print whatever inside of this string name, which should be this, inside of this little console here. So we're gonna go ahead and hit run on this. And we can see all the stuff that was in here, the numbers, the this all comes out here. So if we want to change this, we could instead print what's inside of this int. What we call this int age. So we can hit age inside of here and hit run. And now when we do this, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, da 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 da, all these numbers appear, okay? So if you want to print multiple things, you can do that. You could go like this and say SOUT. Just remember, whenever you want to print something, SOUT, enter, and then put whatever it is you want inside of there. So we could go do the name just like this, right? Now when we hit run, we should have the number show up first because we printed what was inside of age, and then now we have what was inside of that string. If we do another line down here, do S out again, we could actually just directly type a string into here. So if I could say, hey there, my name is Nick, we can totally do that. Let's go ahead and hit this run button again. And we can see that it printed the age, it printed the name, and then it printed this little string that I made here. Even though I didn't specifically say that it was a string, right? It's got the quotes around it, looks like a string. It's a string right there. You could do the same thing with numbers, right? So if I just put some sort of int inside of here, let's have it be a little bit smaller number. My age, let's do 27. Go ahead and run this. And you can see it shows up out there. So printing, you're like, well, why is printing important? Printing is important for us when we're learning Java because we're going to be, doing some code, writing things, and we want to check what's happened throughout our program, and we'll know whether things are happening or not by printing them out into this little area down here, okay? So it's kind of a way for us to check how our code is doing because, for example, right, like if I change this name to now say Nick Walter, okay? I didn't change anything down here, but I just changed the name of this string to Nick Walter, and I hit run. Well, you can see it changes to Nick Walter. So print is just a way for us to kind of check things inside of our code and see how they're working, okay? And that's it for this lecture. I'm trying to keep these lectures really short so you can learn just each piece and use it, but I'm going to introduce to you our very first challenge, okay? So these challenges at the end of the lecture is to make sure that you really understand what it is that you're doing, and you're not just blindly following me like some robot, that you're actually thinking and you're learning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a challenge, then I want you to pause the video and try and go do it, and then hit play once you think you're done, and we'll walk through what happened. So what I want you to do is below of whatever code you already have inside of here, inside of this stuff, but still make sure you're inside of these brackets, just kind of come down here. I want you to make a string, and I want you to print out what's ever inside of that string, okay? So you should know how to do that from what we've covered in the last 2 lectures. If you get confused at all, go watch those. But again, all you have to do is make a string and then print out those string. That's my challenge to you. Do those 2 things, hit pause on the video now, and then go do them. So I assume that you're done with the challenge here. I'm going to walk you through the answer. If you got stuck or anything, here's the help for you. So first thing that I wanted you to do was to make a string, then I wanted you to print it. So first let's do the string part. So we're just going to follow basically what we did up here. I'm just going to type string, make sure you do the capital string, space, then you have to give some sort of name to your string. So maybe if you try to use name again, you might have run into some issues or something, but we'll just call it whatever. We'll just say hello, and then equal sign, and then we're going to do those double quotes so that we can put something inside of there. And I'm going to say, hi, my name is Nick, and I like cheese, okay? And you got to remember, put that semicolon at the end. So here we have a string now. The name of the string is hello, and it contains this chunk of information. Hi, my name is Nick, and I like cheese. It contains that text. So then the next part of the challenge was to print this out. So I'm going to say SOUT enter, and I'm just going to put in hello, okay, because that's the name of the string here. And now when I hit run, we should see, hi, my name is Nick and I like cheese. Hi, my name is Nick and I like cheese. Ta-da! And that was the very first challenge. So hopefully you did something like me. We probably didn't have the same string. If you did, hi, my name is Nick and I like cheese, you're probably lying to me. You probably created something else. But these challenges should be really healthy for you. And I want you to struggle on these a bit. It's going to be really tempting to, if you ever run into anything, just say, yeah, I'll just go hit the play button and see what Nick did. But I want you to kind of struggle a bit. Maybe go Google like whatever problem it is that you're having. Go look on the, comments of this video, or post a question, say, hey, I need help with this. Talk with other people that are learning this and figure out what the issue is. Now, obviously, I'm always going to walk through what it is, but I want you to put in good effort, because that is where you learn. When you struggle with something, that's when actual learning takes place. If you're just like, just breezing along, no problems, you're probably not learning anything. So sometimes with these challenges, you're going to run into a little bit, and hopefully you didn't run into too much issues here, but even if you did, that's a good thing. You are learning, okay? So we're going to cut this short. Hopefully I'm not preaching this much about challenges. I'll just give you the challenges from here on out, but I just want you to realize how important they are, okay? So on to the next lecture.